Hello and welcome to Scott's Fan Cam. West Ham 2, Manchester United 0. Scott, happy hammer. You come all the way from the other side of the world for this.
I'm all the way from
It's
January.
justified.
Oh, it's justified. 2 matches so far, 4 points. Got 2 more matches left. There's nothing quite like beating Man U, though. Love beating Man United. I mean, think of all those poor people having to make that long drive home back to Surrey. They're going to be really, really upset in their cars. I mean, they'll be crying all the way on the tube over to, west side of London. Great match. Loved seeing what I saw. A change in from Monday night. I really didn't like what I saw from the forwards on Monday night. They weren't very cohesive, whereas tonight, Aller's hold-up play was amazing. There always to be somebody there ready for him to feed the ball to. I really enjoyed seeing how the other people came around him. It was always seeming like Yarmolenko was feeding him behind him, or Noble. Anderson sometimes, although I can't rate Anderson today. I was very disappointed with his match. Overall, I think he played well, but not as good as we expect. Really thrilled for Aaron Creswell. I mean, there's been a lot of hate for Aaron in social media for the last year, and with Masuaku coming in, getting a new contract, it seemed to be the end of his time at West Ham, playing that position. Came in, manned up today. The first free kick was not that far away. The second free kick was just beautiful. Did you see it? Did De Gea just not move? It just seemed as if he was unwilling to get the lead out of his boots. It was quite terrible. What I did love to see was an amazing defensive performance. Ogbonna really is gelling very, very well with Diop. I loved the very intentional foul in the first half when he was last man back. As a Canadian hockey player, I quite appreciated the full body contact that knocked the Manchester player not just down, but significantly out. A well-deserved yellow card, well taken. One of the things I'm going to say after all the whining we did about the refereeing on Monday night, that I felt the refereeing was much more even and much more honest. There were some things I didn't like. There's some things I thought were great, so it seems a little bit better. The first goal, Andrei Yarmolenko, really did quite well. Always wants to get on the left foot. Finally did. Back of the net. Beautiful. So thrilled.
Do you think Pellegrini's now starting to find out what his best 11 is at West Ham? Do you think he's got sort of at the very least, a blueprint to work off of every game?
Well, the starting 11 is going to be interesting with Lanzini going to miss a month now, and with Masuaku coming back in. Does Creswell keep his place or not? I think for the Cup game, I'm tempted to put the kid in, Johnson, and let him get a run out and see what he's got. I think we've got enough in the rest of the club to go without Creswell, but starting 11 starting to come together. I'm still not enamored with some of what I see from Yarmolenko in terms of his speed. But you can't argue with a man who puts a ball in the back of the net. He gets that ball open, and he's not afraid to shoot. One of the core things that's driving me crazy right now is I see Fornals get in the middle, or Anderson, or even sometimes Lanzini. They seem to be in a shooting position, and they're reluctant to pull the trigger. Yarmolenko's the other way around. It's like, I can see the net. I'm going to take the shot. Not as bad as Michael Antonio firing the ball a mile over the net, but still really able and willing to shoot. So does he have a better sense of his starting 11? I think he has a better sense of what he can do to get a great starting 11. Maybe not his final starting 11.
Well, we played well and deserved the win, Scott. It's relatively easy for West Ham today, do you think?
I was surprised. I've been watching football for about 40 years. I've never seen Man United look so disjointed. They didn't seem like they're ready for the match. It seems like, they didn't play with a real striker today. That really seems to have hurt them. But additionally, they just didn't seem up for it. I would say that it was easier than I expected. I expected to win, but with a little bit less. There's less effort. I think the final possession stats were 56-44 for them, which for us is a big change. We're used to not playing with the ball. We had more shots on goal. We had more shots overall. They had more keeper saves. They blocked more shots. And if you start taking a look at the early releases on the player ratings, their players did just. The pundits don't like how their players played either. So yeah, easy than I expected.
Happy days. We talk about Man United. We say we don't fear Man United anymore. There's a case of West Ham, actually. We're now just not fearing anybody anymore.
I think we have to be pragmatic. We are not in the same class as Man City or Liverpool. But after that, there's nobody here who I think, oh my gosh, we have to huddle, we have to just play it back. Listen, the 5-0 loss to Man City at the beginning of the year hurts. I don't like it. But I'd rather play hard and go after it and see if we can get something out of it rather than lay back and turtle for the whole game and just hope they don't beat us by too much. We're seeing a little bit of that with people starting to play City now, and Norwich did it very well last week to their advantage. Then again, we saw what happened to Watford yesterday. Just a brutal 8-0 defeat. We're not in that world, but I'm not afraid of anybody in this league except for maybe City and Liverpool, and I think that's just pragmatically they're much more advanced clubs than we are.
Fantastic. Last question: who's your hammer of the match today, Scott?
Yarmolenko. Not just the first goal, but there was a critical point towards the end of his time on the pitch where he came in and put his body down on the ground and blocked a shot out. Yeah. It was just really well played, and it was the first time I saw him actually break into a sprint in the whole match. So, Andre, well done. Good run.
Fantastic. Scott, thank you very much. Appreciate you coming on. Take care.